is Raven. I come from the Mattaponi in Virginia. Has you guys heard of Mattaponi before? Yeah. So my sister, Nokomis, and I come from the Mattaponi Nation, located in Kingland County, Virginia. We drove about 2 hours to get here. We were born and raised on the reservation there, one of the oldest reservations in America, established in 1658. Anybody heard of Pocahontas and Powhatan? A lot of people, right? So that's how most people know us, as being under the Powhatan Confederacy. When the Europeans first came to America, they encountered our people first, and at that time, Powhatan was in rule, and Mattaponi was one of the tribes under that rule. My husband Chris is here. He works for Colonial Williamsburg, and he'll be giving probably most of the talk this morning. But me and my sister will do some dance performances for you. But he's representing Cherokee Nation of Oklahoma today too. Okay, I'll let Chris come up and say something.
All right, so kind of she was saying, upon initial contact, you have the Powhatan Confederacy that is here in Virginia, right, or what is known as Senecomico. So in the Algonquin language, that means densely populated area or heavily populated terrain. So that means there's a lot of people here when Europeans first arrived in the 1400s, right? And so upon that arrival, they met people like the Mattaponis, the Pamunkeys, Rappahannock, Sedonicans, and Saponies, and all those kind of folks throughout Virginia. Now, throughout time, they have a relationship with different Europeans, whether that's the Spanish, the British, the Portuguese, right? All of these folks are coming here and interacting with the tribes in Virginia. And then you have the Jamestown settlement, where the colonists set up a permanent location for them to live. And they have various relationships. They have periods of neutrality, periods of warfare, periods of peace with the native people here in Virginia. Upon initial contact, you're looking at tens of thousands of people that are part of the Powhatan Confederacy. Now, around the 1600s, those numbers are down to about 300 to 400 folks, right? And they're all living mostly together in what is known as the Pamunkey Land Tract, and that's established in the 1650s, and then reaffirmed in 1677 with the Treaty of Middle Plantation. And that's there near King William County and near West Point, Virginia. And so that's where both the Mattaponi and the Pamunkey reservations are located currently. Those folks had a very long and outstanding relationship with the colonies. So most people are familiar with the Trail of Tears. Virginia had such a relationship with those tribes that they spoke up for the tribes here in Virginia and said they did not want them to be part of the Trail of Tears and the Removal Act that affected so many other native nations like my own. And so now in modern times, you do have 7 federally recognized tribes here in the state of Virginia, and you have 4 state recognized tribes. Some of those tribes are the Chickahominies, the Mattaponis, Pamunkeys, Nansons, Nottaways, Patawomics, Rappahannocks, right? Those are just a few of the names, most of which you might have heard before, whether it's a street name or a river or a land feature, right? So those are all throughout Virginia. Most of the names that you see are related to the tribes, whether it's a word in the Algonquin language or it's a word from that tribe themselves, maybe the name of the tribe. And so now you have those federally recognized tribes, those state recognized tribes here, and all of us live different types of ways, right? We have different religious beliefs, we have different creation stories and things like that. We have different household structures and governmental structures. We all are our own nations and our own people.